What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfire. Super exciting news breaking this evening within the last hour. Marvel and Disney officially announced 4 new dates in 2024 for upcoming films, what's very probably the first 4 dates in Marvel Phase 5. Now, we had all eagerly anticipated November 12th, that's Disney Plus Day, and we thought we'd get a couple of new looks for upcoming Disney Plus Marvel projects, stuff we know is coming like She-Hulk and Moon Knight, and maybe even a first look at Secret Invasion. I also speculated that because Marvel Studios has stayed with one huge announcement for their slate a year, that might be the time we hear about movies as well, even though technically they're not going to be on Disney Plus initially. Well, unless things continue the way they are, that's a topic for a different video. Today they announced the first 4 dates for what I speculate is Marvel Phase 5 and 4 movies upcoming in 2024. And because we've been reporting on the breaking news about this cycle for the last year, it's already pretty easy to tell which movies these are given how far along in pre-production a certain 3 productions are. So we're going to match which speculative movies are coming in 2024 to match these dates, things like the Fantastic Four, and it's time to get hype. We're breaking it all down, but first, if you could maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. We're giving away multiple PlayStations, weekly Disney Plus subscriptions, and all we do here at the channel is daily Marvel content. So if that's for you, consider hitting the subscribe button, leaving a comment down below. That'll enter you for the giveaways, and if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We'll get into all that stuff again there. So here we go. These are the 4 new dates for 2024 listed as untitled Marvel films officially by Disney on their slate. You've got February 16 to 16/24, May 3rd 5/3/24, 7/26, that's July 26, 2024, and 11/8/2024, that's in November. And obviously all of these are subject to change, as has been the norm for Marvel Studios in the entire movie industry for the last almost 24 months, and I hate saying it like that. Now, because, and as I mentioned in the prologue moments ago, because we know exactly which films are far enough along in pre-production and been around at Marvel Studios, it's easy to tell at least 3 of these films. However, I am going to issue the disclaimer, there's no way of knowing which date they would put them in, although we can guess about that too. We'll give those reasons later. The first of which is Deadpool 3, which Ryan Reynolds himself, in an interview recently, felt very comfortable saying that he's like 70% sure they would actually go to filming. Kevin Feige was told that later in an interview where he confirmed that they're hard at work on the script, and he's hoping that can happen as well. It's a billion-dollar franchise. They're going to get that movie out. 2024 is very easily a release date for that. And because, if you remember, the very first Deadpool film was marketed sort of jokingly as a Valentine's Day release and did extremely well. Could be full circle at this point. First film in the MCU, 3rd film in the trilogy, coming out right around the same time. Also, important to note, they don't generally shoot movies a full 2 years in advance of release for Marvel Studios. So if Ryan Reynolds is sure they're going to filming next year, if that happens in the middle or towards the end of 2022, you have a 12 or 14 month turnaround to February of 2024. That makes a lot more sense for a film like this. Now, your May date is generally reserved for huge team-up films, and because, again, I don't think it's Avengers 5 that's coming in this May release date, it's very obviously the Fantastic Four, who were name-dropped by Kevin Feige in the original San Diego Comic-Con Phase 4 announcement, and then had a director update when they followed that up at the end of 2020, but unfortunately, because John Watts was already attached to directing and having to finish Spider-Man 3 for the Sony Marvel deal, this makes perfect timing now that Sony is now releasing this in December. He can get to work in directing Fantastic Four, but this has been in the works and set up for almost 2 years now, and with 5 years since Avengers Endgame and a major team-up film like this. And what I mean by that specifically, Fantastic Four, Avengers, X-Men, and now Guardians of the Galaxy, thanks to James Gunn, which, to mention, also usually takes that May release date. Either way, heavily suspect that's what's coming in 2024, and hopefully we'll get some confirmation of that either in the Disney Plus Day or a follow-up slate reveal for Marvel this year. Now, the next film I think is very easy to slate for 2024 is, again, another official announcement that came all the way back in 2019, over 2 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con, right towards the end, where Kevin Feige officially introduced Mahershala Ali. He then revealed to everybody that he would be starring in the Blade reboot, and that there would in fact be one. And if you haven't heard that story, it's great. Ali basically walked in their office and said he wanted to do Blade. Kevin Feige was like, cool. It's pretty awesome. And again, with that original announcement back in 2019 and the recent announcement that they just attached a director, I think it's safe to say that 2024 will be a release date for that. Now, purely speculatively on this fourth one, because who knows, but I am just going to say that it would make sense if it was Captain America 4. We heard right after the finishing of Falcon and the Winter Soldier that they were signing on to do that, and recently we had an update that in fact Anthony Mackie finished his deal for at least that film. 2024 is again still 2-3 years away at this point. They're going to want to make good on the Disney Plus show, and on top of that, the Captain America title already carries a ton of weight. They are some of the best in the MCU. You got to think they're going to want to deliver on that. But again, that's purely speculative, and we've heard about a ton of other movies coming and from Marvel Studios that we've heard nothing about officially yet. That's why I'm sort of hoping we're going to hear some of this stuff at that Disney Plus day. But as I've always said, temper your expectations when it comes to announcements from Marvel Studios. We didn't think we were getting that slate reveal last year, and it all clobbered us over the head with, I mean, I don't know how many new Disney Plus shows, etc. So it'll be awesome if we get something like that, but these updates coming in these dates are not a coincidence. It's meaning that they finally figured out which ones they are, and they don't put release dates out for films that aren't confirmed. So while they didn't reveal the titles alongside the dates, there are definitely already films attached, and it's pretty awesome, guys. Let me know all your thoughts down below about this. What is your favorite upcoming one? I know some of you are also going to mention, it is important to point out that Marvel Studios has kept with a Spider-Man film every 2 years, and that in fact would actually be at this point the end of 2023, 2 years from December of this year. Possibly 2024 when we can expect to see another Spider-Man movie, unless they want to cram a fifth one in. It's also amazing to see that they're keeping with 4 movies a year, even given the current landscape and the uncertainty with what's going on with box office sales and what happened with Black Widow and the day and date release, what's going on with Shang-Chi. Maybe, just maybe, these dates being confirmed right after Shang-Chi did right at the box office has a lot to do with just how much it's wait and see over at Disney. Again, that's purely speculation. Who really knows? Let me know all your thoughts down below quickly. Let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 5s, one at 900,000 subscribers, one with the conclusion of What If in just 4 weeks. They're both right around the corner. If you want to be entered to win, it will also enter you to win all the same giveaways and all the future stuff. It's all the same rules. All you got to do, you hit the subscribe button to be a subscriber, then leave a comment on the video, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners are always announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. Best way to keep up with the content, hit that notification bell, all notifications on. And of course, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate you hitting the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can also find me on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, with the music under the name Allfires. You guys are DMing me all the time. How can I find your music? I know I'm horrible at branding. I've got a million different names on a million different platforms. My music is under Allfires. You can find it everywhere. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.